Toto. 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 Chantez non. Chantez. Chantez. Parler. Parler. Chita. Chita. Pour jouer. Pour jouer. Aller. Aller. Chita. Toya. Chita. Camper. Camper. Voler. Voler. Chita. Chita.
I was born and raised in Flatbush. Well, yeah, Flatbush, East Flatbush. Both of my parents are from Haiti. My mom is from Akaye, and my father's from Latibonite. I don't know exactly which town in Haiti they're from. Which town they're from, but I know that that's the location. My mom came here in I want to say she came here in 1979. I don't know if that's the real date, but I think it's 1979. And my dad, I don't know when my dad came to the U.S., but I know he came before my mom, and they met each other. They met each other here in New York.
Problème avec le gouvernement du Vallier. Je suis en prison en 69. Pour me laguer dans la prison, papa est impeccable. Ça fait que je lague sans jugement. Je lague à minuit, sans jugement. Après, papa m'a toujours demandé. Et Maurice dit papa, s'il y a un petit il y a un problème. Il dit, m'a fait le jeune voyage pour, m'a parlé de visa pour, il me fait un cadeau visa, médico visa. Comme devine dans New York.
Combien de temps t'es fait après que là ou t'es combien de temps fait Haïti avant venir ici?
Bon, c'est que moi fait même 7 à 8 ans sous Jean-Claude. Mais 1979.
C'est là ça où t'es fait rencontre à papi?
Yeah. Il était qu'on aidé moi, battre qu'on qui gens pour moi acheter et qu'on aidé, battre qu'on qui me fait laundry. C'est qu'on aidé moi.
My daughter's father isn't Haitian, so it's it has to be this thing where I'm trying to tackle this speaking English with her and then speaking Creole just to make sure that she's picking up the language. And in a way, when I think about it for myself, even though I have the language, now that I'm older, I have the language, I'm not as infused in the Haitian community like I was when I was a kid. Everyone I was surrounded by was Haitian, and that's the language that they spoke. I would go down the stairs to my neighbor's house and she spoke Creole. I would come back upstairs, she spoke Creole. Everyone spoke Creole. And now that I'm older, I live in a new environment where a Caribbean neighborhood, but not everybody speaks Creole here. So that's another issue. When I look at my friends, most of my friends are not Haitian. So it's not something that is going to be easy to bring to my daughter because we're not infused in a Haitian community like I was when I was a kid.
Bonsoir. Ça qui passe, côté papa. He went to system airport là. The airport. Oh, still pas qu'on parle Creole? What you mean? I'm parling Creole right now. I'm parling Creole. Et puis tout le temps, on a un drapeau haïtien dans tête tout. Wap chanter Sweet Mickey, wap manger griot. Mais on pas qu'on parle Creole. What are you talking about? Cat, man, ou pas what? No, I just can't. I can't speak it like Mbaka parler like you, but moun comprend when I talk. Ou comprend, right? Okay. Pon numéro pour papa. Okay, what is it? 718 544 78 99. $718? No, 544? Wait, slow down. What? 78? What? 99. Who can like deal like on sell? Qu'est-ce qu'on fout parler là, on sell? Like on sell, like on sell. Par contre, qui ça qui on sell là? Qui ça y est là? No, like, set, and like that, like on sell. Boule. Ok, on allait. 7, 1, 8, 5, 4, 7, 8, 9. All right, I got it. Ok, répétez-le pour moi. All right, yeah. 718. Créole. 7. Papa prend aujourd'hui là. 1. Créole m'dit. 1. 7. 1. 8. Créole. 5. 4. 7. 8. 9. Créole. 9. 99.
So I do lots of different kinds of work, but the majority of work that I do focuses on language and language activism. So I primarily work with the Haitian Creole language, and I do a lot of programs relating to shifting the mentality of people when it comes to what they think about the Haitian Creole language. There are many Haitians in the diaspora who speak Haitian Creole. There are many. And this is for lots of reasons. Maybe they had a parent or a grandparent who only spoke Haitian Creole and that's who they lived with and they learned how to speak it. Maybe they had a lot of Haitian friends from a very young age and they were able to absorb a lot of the language. But ultimately, what happens is what happens naturally with human beings. So people want to learn a language. The best way to learn a language is go to the place where they speak that language. If you're being raised outside of Haiti in a place where you're not hearing or seeing Haitian Creole, simply put, you're not really going to be learning Haitian Creole. But of course, with all things Haitian, there's lots of levels to it. The idea of Haitian Creole being seen as a lesser than language also plays a role into it. You know, a lot of Haitian parents, when they immigrate to another country, they encourage their children to assimilate as much as they can. And they deny their Haitianness by cutting ties with Haitian Creole. And that's because Haitian Creole is often viewed as the language of the uneducated.
Okay, so this is, today's Monday, and it's the night before I leave to go to Haiti. So I'm excited and I'm nervous and I don't know, I'm a little bit scared, but I'm mostly excited. So I know it's gonna be great. I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight, but or on the plane. So I just have a lot of nerves before flying anyway, in general. But I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really great. It's going to be my first time in Haiti, my very first time in Haiti. I mean, this is my parents' country. This is where they were born. And I never been there. So, I don't know. We'll see.
When I come here in 1970. I was 24.
Oh,
24 years. What happened, my mother supposed to come. So instead of my mother coming, and she said she sent me, because I was the oldest, so I can help them. Because it's only my father was working. When I come here, I supposed to live with my aunt from my father's side. So I was living there with them until I met your father in 1972. And then I get married. So in 1977 I went back to Haiti to get my green card. That's it.
I feel like to some degree, learning the language would root me to my Haitian culture. It's not that I felt disconnected from my Haitian culture. I feel like it's who I am. It's always been who I am. If I think back to my childhood, I didn't think of myself other than being Haitian. I think as I got older and as people who knew I was Haitian, who spoke Creole, wanted to speak Creole with me and I couldn't speak it, I think that's when things probably started the most for me, in that feeling of wanting to know the language. And I feel like that definitely would have connected me a lot more to be able to say, I can speak the language. It's a lot harder when you're older. I feel like if I was there in Haiti and immersed in the culture, like when I went the first 2 times, all of a sudden it felt very easy and natural to just speak the language. But I feel like it definitely would add a different level of being rooted in my culture if I knew the language.
Right here, you're listening to TK and the AM out of Caribbean Flatbush on Bonfire Radio. Why am I shading today?
Just shade,
I don't know. Why am I shading today? Where are my sunglasses?
Nice and boring.
Where are my sunglasses? Oh my goodness, because I'm shading
Stop yelling,
today.
Meek Mill.
You know what? I need to go to a song or two because I'm shading today. My sunglasses are not in the building. And for as long as I could remember, my grandparents on both sides, you know, and anybody that I went into their house over a certain age had the radio on, had Haitian radio playing, and it was not even like something that you would stay quiet for so they could listen. It was a fabric of the household. That was like, instead of white noise, it was, you know, and here's the list of all the people that died last week. Like, you know, like there's a funeral list, and it was very important that you got your family members' names, so they read it on the air, and those kind of things I remember. So I'm like, I got exposed to format, I got exposed to, how radio is run. Like, just in my head, hearing that every day. there's a format, there's how you do things, and also I took that with me. I enjoy radio in general. So like touching people, talking to people directly, I noticed that was very important. So I bring those elements into my show and into the programming that I do for the station. We're internet based, so we have an opportunity to talk to our listeners faster in real time. So, I make sure to interact with them if there's something, happening, like breaking news, which is another thing that I learned. Oh, Haitians love breaking news, Everybody loves breaking news, but Haitians really love breaking news. So, I try to bring those elements into my show, into what we do, a little bit of humor, a little bit of seriousness. I bring my culture into it because it's who I am. Why should I act like it doesn't exist? Why should I act, default? Just because I was born here doesn't mean I don't get to represent. So I try to, I told them, my listeners, January 1st we were broadcasting. So I said, yo, I'm leaving out of this studio to go get me some soup. We talked about what the soup was about. We had the Haitian Flag Day episode. So I incorporate it as much as possible without being too alienating, because other people are like, what about my culture? Well, we have your own radio show, but but it's very important, and I think that's one thing that my grandma, before she passed, she could understand about me. I used to be on WBAI, which is public radio in New York City, and she would tune in every now and then, and it was just cool, whether or not she understood what was going on and what we were saying. She was like, I heard you last night. Oh, we turned it on the other day. It was good, and I heard you. And I just always felt, that's my heart, because that's my grandma, and I couldn't believe that, she would spend some time to listen to me.
These sketches are from me teaching myself how to sketch on YouTube. This is all my ideas of my business and how I want one of my business cards to look. They're excited. They're cool in their own way. They show excitement. More so my mom. She's happy. She just wants to go out. She wants us to just go out, just do what we love. Know that it makes us happy, and she wants to just continue with that. Just don't sit back and do anything, but to take that opportunity that she didn't have to go out and actually fulfill our dreams and go far with it. So she's very much excited about us fulfilling our dreams. So this is a couple of pocket squares that I actually cut out. I just gotta sew them into hemming them into the way I want them. This is actually a shirt that I made. So I'm just gonna turn it. My dad was the example of that, because even if he's going outside to the store, he would have some dress pants on, some nice shoes on, pointy, and his shirt, and he would go outside and people would just compliment him on how he looked, but he wasn't the type to just wear anything, and then that's where I get my fashion sense from him, from my mom. I'm fluent in Haitian Creole. Our parents taught us from young, from 3 or 4 years old max. I can remember she taught us the Haitian culture, the Haitian language, because she didn't want us to already be born here and then can't speak the language and can't communicate with people from Haiti. So she didn't want that barrier. So she taught us. She took the time to teach us and teach us how to write it, teach us how to speak it, and not have that barrier.
Haitian American, Trini, you know, American. So she's the Carib, right? She's all Caribbean. Poe is Haitian American, and I want to say like German American. But besides them being these two different people, you know, in terms of like, I guess, backgrounds, and hopefully they will like, I don't know, keep it going, keep that legacy going, and maybe like pass it down to their own children. I can only pray that that continues. But I feel like for me, it's something that I want. I want that. It's that intimate language that reminds me of home.
Baloutikal. Qui s'en fait encore?
When it comes to whether or not people, Haitian people in the diaspora speak Haitian Creole or not, there's so many levels to it that you find a lot of variety. What you find most commonly, though, is a lot of Haitians in the diaspora have high auditory comprehension. So they will understand Haitian Creole, but because they haven't had to speak it, they feel uncomfortable speaking it. So it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and there's a lot that people have to work through as they reconnect with their roots. Nous allons commencer à lire, et puis on va lire une phrase, et puis m'a lire une phrase, ou même on va lire une phrase, et puis on va continuer jusqu'à ce que nous finissions. OK? OK. Qui ça va penser? D'accord?
Oui, d'accord.
OK.
C'est bon.
Ça, c'est Christophe. Il a un caractère moins créé, texte là. Et lui, il aime faire manger.
Leli tout petit en Haïti, il était habité à grand-mère.
Li te relé grand-mère la merci, et puis li te wo en pile.
Currently, what I'm doing is I am doing readings of my piece. I write many different things, but there's one particular play called Stones in the Water that I wrote about a Haitian immigrant family, and I decided to take that through the reading workshop process. So among the other things I write, this is one of the pieces that I'm really focusing on, and that's really close to my heart. And it's about bringing Haitian culture, Haitian immigrants, our life here to life on the stage.
I started doing online skits about the way it was for me growing up in my culture, growing up as a Haitian kid in America. And I started attracting like people who only speak Creole, even though I was speaking English. And they would leave comments for me in Creole. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't know what they were saying, so I'm Google translating everything. And I've been to several functions where people try to speak to me in Creole as well. And I felt very, very, very uncomfortable because my Creole was at a 0 level. But what made it worse was like running into my fans in the street, and even some of them who were born here but who did speak Creole, they'd say 1 or 2 words to me in English and then go into Creole. And I'll be like, yeah, oopa, that, and they're looking at me like, they're like, yeah, but in the video you spoke so like fluently. I'm like, yeah, because I actually practiced that before I went on video and things like that. So I started like, have a friend, she's actually a lawyer, she's Haitian, and she speaks Creole very well. So I try to have conversations with her in Creole as much as possible. And I think that's really started to help my Creole because I think it's in there. And, you know, because my grandmother, she didn't speak English. My grandparents didn't speak English. They only spoke to us in Creole. And even though like we replied in English, I feel like deep down in there, the language is in there. So it's like, I may struggle, but I've noticed through multiple conversations, my Creole has gotten smoother without me actually going to try to study the language. So I believe it is in there. It's just gonna take time to come out fully. I was deeply exposed to the culture. It was just really the language, really. But everything else, like deeply exposed, like the way I was raised, the way I have to greet people, like when I meet them, you know what I mean? The respect that you have for elders, the type of foods that I had to eat, the type of junk foods I couldn't eat, the places I couldn't go, even though I was grown, places I couldn't go. So like the culture was definitely there. It's just, you know, my parents coming here early and trying to adapt to get our education, then do well in school. I believe that's where that gap fell in with the language, really. Yeah, but I don't blame them for that. I speak Creole to my mom now, and she laughs at me. I mean, she laughs at me, I'm not gonna lie. She does laugh at me. But I have conversations with her now. I've never done that in my life until the last year, like had a conversation with my mother. My father, I probably will never have a conversation with him in Creole, but my mom, we've had conversations in Creole. And I felt proud, like I didn't realize I was speaking Creole to her until I hung up the phone. I was like, oh wow, I just had a full-blown conversation in Creole with my mother. And it felt good, yeah.
Learning a language is the most direct way that you can connect with the culture. We all know this. When you learn Spanish, you know how to order in Spanish at a Spanish restaurant. All of a sudden, you have a closer connection with the people there. If you learn Portuguese, you can travel to Brazil and talk to the Afro-Brazilians and, you know, connect on a level that's deeper than coming in with the language that's not spoken there. So everyone can agree that learning a language is the most direct way to connect with the people who speak that language. So learning Haitian Creole for people in the Haitian diaspora is one of the first ways that people reconnect with Haiti. Learning how to say "sac passe," learning how to say "oh, moi vle manger." I mean, even basic phrases, when Haitians in the diaspora learn how to say them and they get comfortable saying them, immediately they feel more Haitian. And I'm putting Haitian in quotation marks because learning the language isn't just what makes you Haitian. A person who's not of Haitian heritage learning Haitian Creole, that doesn't now make them Haitian. I think what's important to understand is that there's something about the history that's woven into your blood. Like there's a spirit of Haitianness. But if you came from Haitian parents, if the land produced you, if the Haitian land produced you or some of your ancestors, that makes you Haitian in a way that someone who's never been connected to the land is. So I think this idea of using language to reconnect to Haiti is very important. But not knowing the language, the opposite question, if not speaking Haitian Creole, does that make you not Haitian? That's not necessarily true. I think what's most important is having an emotional connection to Haiti, an emotional connection to the people, an emotional energy that you can feel when it comes to the land and the people who are on that land. You know, as a linguist though, I'm also very biased. You know, I have to say that you should learn the language. I mean, a lot of Haitians in the diaspora, they feel embarrassed speaking Haitian Creole, or they feel uncomfortable, or family members make fun of them because yo parle Creole qui lourd, langue lourd, that's what they say. Your tongue is heavy. But that's okay. I always tell my students, just press through that. As long as you're speaking the language, however you speak it, even if it's accented Creole, you know that you're expressing yourself in the way that your ancestors express themselves. And that in and of itself is really powerful.
I'm gonna call you back again.
For what? He's gonna see us there?
Yeah.
He probably just arrived himself. So on my dad's side of the family, we decided to have a family reunion, and it was in Boston. And so we had rented a hall, and it was a dressy occasion, so it was fun to do that. And it turned out to be really great. A lot of our family came. One of the things that I was nervous about in having the reunion was I didn't know how it would be. And I know most of my relatives on my dad's side speaks Creole fluently. And so I was a little nervous about that. I didn't know if they would think a certain way because I don't speak Creole fluently, but it wasn't even an issue. So I did not speak Creole while I was there at the reunion. And that helped put my nerves at ease because it made it easier to just enjoy the festivities, enjoy the company, and just laugh. And there was no pressure there to even speak Creole. And I think it was a really fun, amazing time, and I'm glad that we did it. Even though the language is so important, and it's something that I'm always working towards, it was just nice to just feel like there was no pressure. We were just all family.
With all of our efforts and Francis' hard work and everybody being willing and wanting to get together and have the Fenelon family be sort of at least know each other. I'm really proud that we were able to do this and have it done and that it's successful and we're all here. And I get to see faces I haven't seen in a long time. And hopefully we'll continue to see after this and to meet faces for the first time today and hopefully stay connected to you guys as well.
All right.
I'm gonna pack your jeans and sweater for you. When you're done, you can just slip into it. I'm gonna leave the bed open so when I come home, I can just lay down.
That's
You look beautiful, my baby girl. How you feel about it?
I don't know.
You don't know. You excited?
Yeah.
I never got to do this when I was a kid.
They have the adult parade, so you could go on the adult parade.
Like, you know, through our like, it's like this search. I think I found this thing where, you know, before, back then people were like, okay, I gotta assimilate to this culture that I'm in, this new environment. I have to, and in doing that, I gotta put myself back there so I can take on this new thing. And I think what's happening right now is that people are starting to realize that I don't have to do that. I can live this dual life. I can speak English and I can speak my language. I can, you know, appreciate Western culture and still love my own culture and be proud of it, you know? And I felt like before we didn't really have that, we didn't have the chance or the opportunity to do so. And now we do. You know, it's very important that we still pass on this legacy to our children. So yeah, I think it is important that I continue this.
Mm-hmm.
feel like sometimes we're like, okay, we don't speak it, or we don't speak Papali Creole, we don't speak Creole, we don't have it, but we do, we have it. It's inside. And if you try hard enough, it will just come out. It just comes out. So I feel like it's really important for them to speak Creole. And it's really important that I continue to give them that. You know, a friend of mine talked about legacy. I feel like this is an important legacy for my children to have this language. This language is, it means so much, you know, to me and to my family.
What are you saying, babe?
Like, even when I speak it, and even when I think about, sometimes, I hate to think about that, but I think about my mom, you know, transitioning. I always think about, oh my goodness, when will I have that opportunity to like speak that again? And I think for me, that's been, you know, when we started this documentary, that was one of my things of like, I don't want to let it go because I speak Creole to my mom. I talk to my mom every day. After this, I gotta call her. But, you know, I speak to her every day. And sometimes I'm like, okay, what about when she's not around? Who am I gonna talk to? Who am I gonna keep this going on with? So I feel like it's very important for me to like give it to them. Maybe that's a selfish reason. But I feel like it's important for me to keep that going so I can, you know, I don't know, feel that feeling, feel that feeling of intimacy and warmth that I have with the culture. I don't know if that makes sense.
I think there are two answers for that. You know what I mean? One is having the blood of Haitian running through your veins. So technically, yes, you are Haitian. And I believe number two is the culture. I wrote a comment like this on my Facebook page. I said my Haitian dad made love to my Haitian mom under a Haitian mango tree. So yes, I'm 100% Haitian because of that.